Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to create really nice bouncy stage-ready curls on Brooke. I'm going to show you the sectioning first, and then I'm just going to work. First thing that we want to think about is where the high point of the head is, and we're going to pivot off the high point of the head. So in Brooke's case, it's going to be right around here. In the first section I'm going to take is going to be a diagonal parting to just in front of the ear. I want the curls to move away from the face, and I want low elevation. So we don't want it to be curled up high. If we start with this type of an elevation, then we're going to get the curl starting in the center of the head. We actually want the elevation to be low, so we're working more through the lower half of her face and down. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up the section of her hair. And I'm going to twist the hair first in the opposite direction that we're actually curling. And then I'm going to take my Marcel and I'm going to place it into the section of her hair, and I'm going to twist each time I rotate around the iron, keeping my iron vertical. Making sure that my elevation doesn't get raised. I let the hair completely heat up throughout. The larger your section, the longer you need to let it heat. Then you can drop your section. You don't want to undo the twist, and then you want to take a single or double prong, whichever you have available, and you're going to twist. From that section, you're going to pivot off the highest point of the head again. If you want to keep your sectioning clean, you can take a clip and isolate the area that you are going to curl. Again, you want to comb through your section so you get the grain of the hair really nice and clean, keeping your elevation low. You want to heat up your section. And remember, you're going to twist in the opposite direction that you are actually curling the section. So we're curling away from the face, so we're going to first start by twisting towards the face. We're going to take our iron, place it in, and then we twist, 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 all the way through. Keep your iron vertical. If your hand falls out like that, because your client is really tall, you do it again. Twist, twist, and hold. Make sure your elevation stays low. Let it heat up and drop it. And 10. Now, once you start to get to the longer section of the head, you actually need to probably go ahead and break this up into two sections. I'm going to pivot off the highest point. Keep in mind that you want to keep each of your sections similar to the same amount of density, or you're going to get uneven textures of curl. Now from here, if you feel like the density isn't too thick, in this case it isn't because it's right on her corner, I can actually curl this entire section together. But moving into the densest area of her head, we probably want to break it up into two sections. I'll show you that on the next go around. So remember, you want to heat up your section of hair first. And then we're still going away from the face, so I'm going to twist towards the face. I'm going to have my guest actually take her right here to her right shoulder, so it gives me a little bit of area to work. And then I'm going to keep my elevation low and making sure I'm twisting all the way around. When they move their head to the side like that, you want to be cautious of how your iron is, because you're wanting to keep it vertical to the head, not vertical to the room. So in this case, it needs to be parallel to your section. It's a little bit more dense through this section, so you want to heat it up a little bit longer. Don't clamp down your the lip of your iron, because you'll get a line. Alright, relax. Okay, now again, we're going to pivot off of that here we start to get too dense for the iron. So I'm going to break this section down horizontally, starting at the bottom. I'm going to take this vertical section and get it up out of my way. I've already prepped her hair with Hot Sets 22 from Redken. Twist towards the face and then wrap away from the face. You can push it up if you're running out of space on your iron. Keep your iron vertical to the head. Okay, now, the section directly on top of it, you'll do it exactly the same, keeping your elevation low, and it'll sit just on top of the previously same section. So heat up that section. Towards the face. Now at this point we're reaching center back. So my parting right now is going to be, look straight from me, girl, right down the center of her head. So this is going to be the last section that I'm going to go away from her face on this side. Now we're going to have to change direction on her right side. So let's complete this side right here, and then I'll show you exactly what I mean. Again, break it in half. Get that out of my way. At this point, I'm going to have my guest look down. Towards the face. And around.
Yeah. You can get a music career out of it.
It just looks slightly better.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey Aaron, should I pause it for the new one that time lapse?
Yes. Section of Brooke's head, even though it's not technically like a wider area of hair as far as density goes, her density in this section is actually very dense. So I am going to go ahead and split it in half vertically, even though there's not tons of hair on the bottom, it's just a denser area. Use your brain, people. Use your brain. Thoughtful of is where is that curl starting to turn. So we really want to look at her face and decide, you know, where's my position of curl going to be. I like to keep it equal with what's been going on before, so it's a really fluid motion. So because you start to lose hair here, if you're not paying attention, you can start really high and then you're going to get a jump in your curl. So with that being said, I need to make sure I'm looking at her face and looking at the curl and starting my twist and the insertion of my iron in the right spot. Once that's done, you can curl that and then pin it back into your previous section. So in this case, here's my visual. I'm going to twist right there, and I'm going to actually do my row towards the base, and then I'm going to switch my iron to vertical. And then I'm going to pin that into the top of that previous section. And from here, we cool. So, cooling needs to be around 20 minutes. The longer it can cool, the better. The longer it's going to stay. But the heat is actually going to not completely go away, the internal temperature of the hair, for at least 20 minutes, so you'll get maximum results. So makeup application would be ideal at this point.
Yeah, well, our dryer okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Very quick girls with mine. Yep. They always thinking about the color solid.
Okay. You got it on time lapse or regular?
Regular.
Go like this. A lot of it, so it's time lapse. Okay, cool.
Look at your boobs out there. No, Aaron. Aaron's like,
hey, wait, it makes it look like a half song.
Maybe you have fun.
I didn't get yours.
Oh.
6'5" tall man. He was so short.